Hello friends, welcome to AffairsCloud. We learn to lead. My name is Vikas.
So friends, in this video we will be discussing about some of the most important current affairs of the topic international affairs of June month. This video will be very helpful to you, so do watch the video till the end. Hit the like button and share the link of this video with your friends. So friends, we'll start with our session, but before that we have something important to tell you about.
We have an app by the name AffairsCloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. Once you have downloaded the app, you will open the app and you will see this type of screen. In this, you can go and log in with your Google account, that is your Gmail ID. Then once you have logged in, then you will be moved to this page where you can see a window. If you click on the current affairs section here, then you will be moved to this page. Now this is where magic happens. This is the course where there are two courses provided by us. First, you should know it is of 1 year and 2 years. So choose your course accordingly. What we are providing and what is the reason behind that you should purchase course of current affairs from us, and what are the important details about it. First thing, you should know that we provide you current affairs in both English and Hindi. Okay. Also, we provide you here current affairs daily. PDFs are provided daily. The important factor here to remember is we are providing PDF to you daily. Okay, that contains question answers of the daily current affairs. They are explained in a much easy way where you can grasp the knowledge and do your revision. Okay, apart from that, we provide you with question answers. Then on every day we provide you 20 question answers quiz, daily 20 questions quiz. So imagine how much it will benefit you in your preparation. Then we provide you same thing for weekly. In weekly we take a quiz of 50 questions. Then question answers of week, we provide you a book. PDF is provided you weekly of the compiled questions of the whole week. Similarly for monthly also, ebook is given, your quizzes are taken, question answers PDF. Then apart from it, we also help you to prepare for banking papers. All the banking exams you can go refer to our videos and our courses here. You can see here that we provide you banking and economic quiz of 157 questions. Okay, then topic wise PDFs are covered. As you can see, we are making videos on indexes and reports, important days, the books and authors, all the events that are taking place in individual months. So these PDFs are provided to you and they will help you a lot in your preparation for journal awareness, your journal studies, as well as for current affairs. Then you can see we also provide you current affairs for state-wise. State-wise current affairs are provided to you. Apart from this, I have a gift for all of my friends here. If you use my code Vikas10, you will be getting a straight 10% discount on the purchase you make. So when you are about to check out and do the payment, just before the payment, you will be getting an option to use the promo code. There you can put the Vikas10, the code, and you will be getting an extra 10% discount on the total purchase you make there. So let's start with our video.
So friends, let's start. First of all, we will be talking about some variants of COVID-19 that were recently found in India. They were named specifically like Alpha, Beta, Gamma or Delta. First of all, you should know in India, two variants were recently found. Alright, and their naming were Kappa and Delta. Both of them are important. We will also look at what were UK's variant were known as and various others. Alright, and who does this naming? Another important question can be asked in your exam is, who is the or what is the name of the organization that is looking after the naming of COVID-19 various variants? So it is your World Health Organization which is looking after the naming of multiple COVID-19 variants that are found various all around the world. So in India, two variants were found. First was Kappa and second was Delta. If biological name is asked, they were named as B.1.617.1 and B.1.617.2. They were the two variants, and this .1 was Kappa and .2 was Delta. Alright, who does the naming? World Health Organization does the naming. This is aimed to help the people's discussion of variants of concern and variants of interest. The naming will not replace the existing scientific name. These are the scientific names. Alright. Then if we look at the background, the government of India has objective to terming the B.1.617 mutant of the novel coronavirus as Indian variant and issued an advisory to the social media platforms to remove all the contents referring to the B.1.617.2 strain as the Indian variant. Alright, so these two were the variants. You need not focus mostly on these, the name of these particular scientific names of these variants, but you should know they were Kappa and Delta. Then some of the other variants of COVID-19 were Alpha, Beta, Gamma and Zeta. This Alpha variant was from United Kingdom. Beta variant was from South Africa. Gamma variant was from Brazil, and this Zeta variant was also from Brazil only. Alright, so these three are also important. If we revise them once again, from India they were Kappa and Delta. From United Kingdom it was your Alpha. Your Brazil was in having two variants, Gamma and Zeta. And if we are talking about Beta, it was from South Africa. So now if we once for all look all the multiple variants of this COVID-19, and if we draw a chart, Kappa and Delta, these both are from India. Alright, then if we are talking from for Gamma variant and Zeta variant, they both are from Brazil. Alright, then if we are talking about only Beta, alright, this Beta and Zeta will confuse you, but remember Beta is from South Africa and one is left, that is your Alpha variant. Alpha was from United Kingdom. This is important. This is the, you can say, SAR in Hindi for the particular topic. Alright. Then moving on to the next news. Next is Manama. Manama, which is the capital of Bahrain, has secured #1 position or topmost position in the global financial attractiveness ranking for the third consecutive year. Alright, that means for the third time in a row, Bahrain's capital Manama has secured the topmost position in the global financial attractiveness ranking. We have done this topic multiple times because this is very important ranking. Alright. Which city? Manama city, which is the capital of Bahrain, topped in the AIR INC Global 150 Cities Index for Financial Attractiveness Ranking. Financial Attractiveness Ranking, which city secured the topmost position? It was your Manama, and for the third consecutive time. If we are talking about the Indian cities, there were only two Indian cities in this particular Financial Attractiveness Ranking. They were Delhi and Mumbai. Alright, indicators were various for this calculating this financial attractiveness, such as salary levels, cost of living, taxes in a particular market. Then if we talk about Bahrain, it became the first country in the MENA region to develop an economic diversification strategy away from hydrocarbons. Currently, over 80% countries' GDP depend on the non-oil sector. That means they are transforming their energy sector into non-renewable resources. Alright. Oh, sorry, turning into renewable energy sources, not the non-renewable. I repeat myself, they are turning their energy sector into renewable energy. Alright. Energy that can be replenished over time without any effect to the environment, such as your solar, windmills, hydropower and much more. Alright. Then if we talk about the capital of Bahrain, it is Manama, which is the important city which secured the first position in Financial Attractiveness Rank Index. Now, if I ask you what were the rank of Delhi and Mumbai in this particular index, this is your homework, comment below. Alright, next we'll be talking about recently UK, that is your United Kingdom, has launched a plan for global pandemic radar. That means if in coming future any other particular disease attacks the human, then they will be prepared for that scenario. Such an initiative has been started by United Kingdom with the help of World Health Organization. If we look at the data, Prime Minister of United Kingdom, that is Boris Johnson, has announced plans to develop an advanced international pathogen surveillance network called Global Pandemic Radar with the collaboration of World Health Organization to identify emerging COVID-19 types and diagnose new disease worldwide. Alright, if it is asked, that which country has recently started the global pandemic radar with WHO? It is your United Kingdom. The announcement was made before the ahead of the Global Health Summit that will be hosted by Italy and the European Union. Another question, who will be hosting the Global Health Summit for the year 2021? It will be hosted by Italy and European Union jointly. Next, the objective of this particular global pandemic radar is to early detection of new variants of COVID-19 and other types of pathogen that can transfer from animals to or humans, all right, before they cause further pandemics, and enabling the rapid development of vaccines, treatments and tests. What are the viruses that, or the you can say organisms that travel from, or the disease that travel from animals to humans? They have a particular name, and this transfer, these are known as zoonosis disease, all right, zoonosis disease. Alright, these are the diseases that transfer from animals to humans, and COVID-19 is considered to be one of them. Next, WHO will lead an implementation group with the support of Wellcome Trust to launch this new international partnership to identify, monitor and share data on new coronavirus variants and monitor vaccine resistance in population. United Kingdom, under its current presidency of G7, that is your group of 7, working closely with global powers for early detection of new variants of COVID-19. Next we'll be talking about recently which organization has launched the first ever Asia Pacific Cyber Security Council, and this was launched by Microsoft. One of the most important questions. All right. Question will be direct, that which organization was the first ever Asia Pacific to launch Cyber Security Council? It was your Microsoft. If we look at the data, Microsoft has launched the first ever Asia Pacific Public Sector Cyber Security Executive Council. The aim of the council is to accelerate public-private partnership in cyber security and share the threat intelligence by building strong communication channels to address cyber threats and sharing best practices among participating countries. If we talk about this council comprises policymakers and influencers from countries like Indonesia, Korea, Brunei, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines and Thailand. It is supported by cyber security professionals too. If we talk about the various functions of the council, this council was set up to build a strong coalition and strengthen the cyber security defense, as these countries experience 1.6 times higher malware attacks and 1.7 times higher ransom attacks as compared to other countries. Council will meet virtually on quarterly basis to continuously exchange information on cyber threats and related cyber security solutions. They will learn from Microsoft security certification training, hands-on lab sessions and dedicated workshops to improve digital skills on the workforce. So which organization? It was Microsoft. Next is also important, do take a note of it, that 12th Chief Energy Ministerial meeting was hosted by Chile. Question will be direct, which was the Chief Energy Ministerial meeting recently hosted by Chile? It is the 12th edition, and vice versa, that 12th Chief Energy Ministerial meeting will be hosted by which organization or which country? It will be hosted by Chile. Then Chile hosted the most important energy and innovation summit of the year, that was your 12th Clean Energy Ministerial and your 6th Mission Innovation Ministerial, that was virtually held from 31st of May to 6th of June. The theme of this particular 12th Clean Energy Ministerial meeting was Ambition into Action, turning a year of ambition into a decade of delivery. The CEM, that is your Clean Energy Ministerial meeting, is a high-level global forum that helps in promoting policies and programs which advance clean energy technology. It provides a platform for all to demonstrate clean energy leadership to a global audience. Alright, so it was hosted by Chile, 12th Clean Energy Ministerial meeting, and the theme is also important, Ambition into Action, turning a year of ambition into a decade of delivery. Do take a note of this. And I'll suggest do take a screenshot for remembering it. Next we'll be talking about Pakistan. All right, regional body of Pakistan retains on enhanced follow-up status. What is this and what is FATF? Let's look at it. First of all, what is FATF? What is the full form of FATF? It is your Financial Action Task Force. Then what is this about? Pakistan was retained on enhanced follow-up status for sufficient outstanding requirements by the Asia Pacific Group on money laundering, a regional affiliate of the FATF, that is your Financial Action Task Force. The country's rating was improved on 21 out of the 40 technical recommendations of the global watchdog against money laundering and terror financing. If we talk about FATF's mutual evaluation report of jurisdiction is assessed in two domains: technical compliance or legal instruments recommendations, and demonstration of effectiveness, that are the 11 immediate outcomes. Alright, coming back, you should know that Pakistan was the country that was retained on enhanced follow-up status for sufficient outstanding requirements by the Asia Pacific Group on money laundering. Next, we'll be talking about UN, that is United Nations Economic and Social Council, has elected recently a member for the term of 2022 to 2024, and it is your beloved India. Important question for India, do take a note of it. It directly will be asked that India is elected in the United Nations Economic and Social Council for which term? It is for 2022 to 2024. Next is your global database identify missing persons launched by IFAMILA. Important question will be, which organization has released a global database on the identifying missing persons launched? It was launched by IFAMILA. Important. Market. Interpol. What is the full form of Interpol? The International Criminal Police Organization has launched a new global database named IFAMILA to identify missing personnel through family DNA. The IFAMILA will support the police to resolve the cold cases of the member countries. This IFAMILA utilizes cutting-edge scientific research and uses the DNA of relatives to identify the missing persons or identified human remains across the globe. This DNA of the relatives is used in the cases where the direct sample of the missing person is not available. IFAMILA is the first global database to automatically control this difference without knowledge of the genetic ancestry of the missing person and provides standardized guidance on a particular match. Alright, if it is asked IFAMILA is launched by whom? It was launched by Interpol. We just saw this. India was elected in the UN Economic Council. Next, we'll be talking about world's first carbon dioxide neutral cement plant that will be established by 2030 in Sweden. Which is the organization that is planning to launch this or set up this? It is your Heidelberg Cement. Three things you need to remember here. Heidelberg Cement is the name of the company. What it is planning? It is planning world's first CO2 world's first CO2, that is your world's first carbon dioxide neutral cement plant. Year will be 2030, and the location where this world's first carbon dioxide neutral cement plant will be built is your Sweden. So four things actually you need to remember. All right. If we look at the data, Heidelberg Cement, the world's largest integrated manufacturers of building materials and solutions, plans to transform its factory in Still on the Swedish island of Gotland into the world's first carbon dioxide neutral cement plant by the year 2030 with carbon capture technology. This upgrade will cost around 100 million euros, that is approximately 886 crore rupees. This plant will be able to capture up to 1.8 million tons of carbon dioxide per year, which corresponds to the total emission of the particular site. If we talk about the World Health Organization, it has released its first ever report on the global estimate of foodborne disease. Alright, this is important and do take a note of it. Alright. WHO, who released the first ever report on the global estimates of foodborne disease, it was released by WHO. The name of the report is also important, that is Estimates of the Global Burden of Foodborne Disease. The most comprehensive report to date on the impact of contaminated food on health and well-being. If we look at it, the report has been prepared after a decade of work, including input from more than 100 experts from around the world. Based on the available information, it is known that the global burden of the foodborne disease is considerable, affecting people all over the world, particularly children under 5 years of age and the people in the low-income areas. Alright, the burden of foodborne disease is released by whom? This report was released by WHO for the first time. Next we'll be talking about China. China has recently launched 2 units of world's largest hydropower station ahead of CPC's centenary celebrations. What it is, and let's look at it. On 28th of June, China launched 2 units of its world's largest Beihaitan hydropower station worth $34 billion. The units currently under construction are located on the Jinsha River, the upper section of the Yangtze River, the straddle of the southwestern province of Yunnan and Sichuan. This launch came ahead of the centenary celebration of the ruling Communist Party on July 1st, 2021. It is equipped with 16 hydro generating units, each with a capacity of 1 million kilowatt. That is, a total installed capacity is 16 million kilowatt. It is the largest single unit capacity in the world. Alright, and it is located in China. Next we'll be talking about a United Nations report that was on the violence against the smuggled migrants, and it was released by United Nations. Important data to note. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime released a report titled Abused and Neglected, a Gender Perspective on Aggravated Migrant Smuggling Offences and Response. As per the report, globally there are instances of extreme violence, torture, rape highly prominent among the migrants who were smuggled across countries. If we look at the various findings of this report, male migrants are subjected to forced labor and physical violence, whereas female migrants were highly exposed to sexual violence. Major transit routes for human trafficking: West and North Africa, the Mediterranean Sea and the Central America. Very few instances of violence were recorded because of the lack of action taken by the intended officials due to insignificant evidence of the violences. Next we'll be talking about Pakistan has still remained in the Financial Action Task Force Grey's list. This is important that they were on the grey list, and this Financial Action Task Force is a global terror financing watchdog. If we talk about Pakistan, it has still remained on the grey list, or the list of countries under increased monitoring by the FATF, a global terror financing watchdog. It has been retained due to its inability to prosecute the top leadership of the United Security Council designated terror groups. FATF also placed Malta, a member of European Union, on the grey list along with countries like Haiti, Philippines and South Sudan. FATF confirmed in its update that as of 25 June 2021, Ghana had been removed from the FATF's list of jurisdictions under increased monitoring, that is your grey list. If it is asked what is also known as the list of jurisdiction under increased monitoring, it is known as your grey list. It was announced that during the 4th plenary session of FATF held under the German presidency of Dr. Markus Player from June 21 to 25, 2021. If we look at the grey list and its consequences, there are multiple consequences when it comes to a country being listed in grey list, such as the countries that are considered safe haven for supporting the terror funding and money laundering are put into the FATF's grey list. The consequences of the problem in getting loans from IMF, World Bank and other international agencies: reduction in the international trade and international boycott. That means those countries who are listed in the FATF's grey list, they have various problems in getting loans from International Monetary Fund, World Bank and other international agencies such as your ADB and New Development Bank and much others. Alright, then since being placed on the grey list in 2018, Pakistan has reportedly faced economic losses worth $38 billion. Next is Bhutan's Tax Inspectors Without Borders, TIWB. Do take a note of it. This program has been launched in partnership with which country? It has been launched in partnership with India, and the name of the program is Bhutan's Tax Inspectors Without Borders. Tax Inspectors Without Borders program, a joint initiative of the United Nations Development Program and the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. That means this Tax Inspectors Without Border is a joint program of UNDP and OECD, virtually launched in Bhutan in partnership with India. If the name of the countries are asked in this partnership, then they are Bhutan and India. If the organizations are asked in this particular, then they are United Nations Development Program and your OECD, where the latter acts as the partner jurisdiction. As a result, India will provide its tax experts to the program. The duration of the program is 24 months and the focus is international taxation and transfer pricing. The role of India in this program is that India will lend its support for strengthening the tax administrations of Bhutan by sharing technical know-how and skills with its tax auditors. This will be done in collaboration with the United Nations Development Program and TIWB Secretariat. Alright, so important is UNDP and OECD are the two organizations and the two partnership countries are Bhutan and India, and the name of the program is Tax Inspectors Without Borders. Next we'll be talking about United Nations and your Massive Earth Foundation. Do remember these two, they are important. United Nations and your Massive Earth Foundation. From United Nations, it was your United Nations Environment Program has joined hand with Massive Earth Foundation for Low Carbon Earth Sustainability Accelerator for the Asia Pacific. This is important. Alright, do take a note of it directly, that which two organizations have recently joined hands for the launch of Low Carbon Earth Sustainability Accelerator for the Asia Pacific. It is your UNEP and Massive Earth Foundation. So in a race for producing sustainable goods and services by adopting low carbon lifestyle, United Nations Environment Program in collaboration with Massive Earth Foundation has launched 4-month-long program, namely Low Carbon Earth for Asia Pacific region. This is the first of its kind unique initiative of industry academia partnership. It is an Asia Pacific low carbon lifestyle accelerator acting as a challenge under which startups will be supported for market expansion, growth and fundraising from globally renowned investors. The key points here are: the focus area of this program is entrepreneurship and innovation in the emerging technologies of low carbon energy and low carbon mobility, and your low carbon agriculture along with low carbon packing, low carbon buildings and low carbon consumptions. This low carbon earth will go live every region in the Asia Pacific on the demo day in September 2020.
So friends, this was our video. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you liked our video, do hit the like button, share the link with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel or if you are new to our channel, then do subscribe because it motivates us to bring a better content for you guys. Also, if you have any trouble regarding login or payment or any other issues, then you can reach to us on our mail, that is support@affairscloud.com, or you can call us on the number 9677333862 and we'll resolve your issue as soon as possible. Also, you should go and check our courses that are available at a very reasonable price and that will help you to boost your preparation.